Hi, Devon. How are you doing?
Not too bad. It's Friday.
Yeah, Friday's always good, isn't it? It's the best day of
Yeah.
the week.
Yes, although I'm both happy that I'm about to have the weekend, but
Yeah,
it's one of those one of those weekends
yeah.
where I've got a lot of housework to do.
Oh, I
So,
see.
you know that
Yeah,
when you're torn, right? Like,
yeah,
oh,
that's true. I hope you still have some time for fun as well.
yeah,
Enjoy
I'll
the
find
weekend.
it.
Thanks very much for accepting my request. I really
No
appreciate it.
worries.
Thank
Yeah.
you. That's great. Yeah. So could I just ask you? So this is just like yes, just an informal conversation,
Mhm.
just for people who are practicing English, just to see like how a conversation is in progress, and just it's just more about you and your life and like your. I love your profile. It's got so many interesting things. So I thought I have to contact you and just find out more about you. Yeah. So
Yeah.
is it okay if we just get started? We could just
Yeah, go right ahead.
yeah, that's
Shoot a
great.
question and
Yeah,
we'll go from there.
yeah, that's great. So if I just say hi, Devon, it's really nice to meet you. Yeah,
Nice to meet you too.
thank
Although,
you.
how do
Yeah.
I pronounce your name properly?
My name is Neetu. Neetu.
Neetu.
Yeah,
Ah,
that's right. So it's
yeah,
a
that's
South
easy.
Indian name. Yeah,
Cool. And
that's great.
from Kerala.
That's right. Yeah, so it's like
Yeah.
on the tip of South India. That's where
Yeah.
I'm from originally. Yeah.
I used to
So
have a friend from
yeah.
there actually, but 20 something years ago in Vancouver.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
If I could ask you just to introduce yourself, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, my name's Devon. I grew up on the west coast of Canada.
Okay.
Um, Oddly and interestingly, I was born in a very, very small town called Hope. And the
Okay.
reason why this is interesting is because the very first Rambo movie, like
Mm,
Sylvester Stallone, the first big
right.
action movie,
Yeah.
was filmed in this tiny, 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 tiny little town.
Oh, I see.
Um,
Yeah.
and apparently, it was being filmed while I was still in my mom's stomach.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
So
it's well known. It must be well known, even though it's tiny. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. My
Okay.
father says though I need to find a town
Yeah.
called Despair because that
Oh,
way I can be born in hope and die in despair.
I
Nice.
see. Oh, that's great. Yeah. So yeah, so just briefly about me. So my name is Neetu, and I set up this channel in April. So
Mhm.
it was like it's been just under a year. Just to help learners to like practice their English, learn some grammar phrases. So as part of that, I just thought, have these kind of conversations to help them see,
Yeah.
English in
Like
action.
natural talk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And yeah, so I am a Cambly tutor as well. I've been on Cambly for 3 years.
Yeah, me
I
too.
live in Thailand, in Bangkok. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I've been here for 14 years. Yeah. So that's
Wow,
great.
14 years in Thailand.
Yeah. It's quite a long time. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if I could ask you, Devon, just a little bit about your childhood, what it was like. Was it quite laid back? Would you say it was quite kind of structured or what kind of?
Um, I feel like it was fairly average.
Mm,
Maybe the biggest difference of my family is, unfortunately, my
mm,
family was a quite poor family.
mhm, mhm,
Just sometimes that happens. And
mhm.
so we didn't really have a lot like I was the kid who didn't have the Nintendo and didn't have
Okay,
the whatever. But
right.
if you're friendly and social, you'll make friends who do. So
Mhm. Yeah, I see.
um and when I was around 12 years old, we
Mhm.
moved from this small town, a place called Abbotsford that my mom grew up in,
Okay.
and we moved to Vancouver Island, which is a really natural and like full like if you like nature, it is
Mm,
very beautiful and
wow.
very peaceful and very easygoing and
Mm.
kind of hippy dippy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
It's kind of known for that.
Yeah.
And then when I well, after high school, I moved to Vancouver properly and then
Mhm.
went to university there at like UBC and whatnot.
Right.
and my focus was on philosophy. And
Okay. Mm.
being in a city like that's, well, at that time, one of
Mm.
three people are Huachao, like a Chinese, overseas
Okay.
Chinese.
Right.
And so for me, like, I kind of am growing up predominantly in a place that's like half East Asian, like Japanese,
Oh,
Korean, Chinese, which is
right.
also probably why like 95% of my students are Chinese, Japanese, and Korean.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
speak both a little bit of Japanese and Korean because
Yeah.
life went that way. And
Okay.
then when about 20 years ago, I moved to Japan for a while,
Yeah.
and I lived in China for 10 years. And 8 years
Mm.
ago, we moved to Bali in Indonesia.
Amazing. Wow. So you've lived in a few different places.
Yeah.
So why did you decide that Japan was the place that you wanted to go first?
Well, at the time, it was more, I was working as an English
Mm.
teacher in
Yeah.
Vancouver.
Right.
And, at that, I was in my early 20s at the time. So
Yeah.
working holiday visa.
Oh, I see.
And, there
So
was an
that worked out
opportunity,
well.
and I just thought,
Yeah.
why not?
Yeah.
And I went back to Canada after that contract finished,
Yes.
and I was trying to think of what should I do next. Well, like school, but what else?
Mhm. Okay.
And I thought, you know what?
Yeah.
I like this. This is what I'm going to do. I'll go somewhere for a year. And my plan was a year in China, a year in
Yeah.
maybe Korea or something, maybe then Philippines and
Yeah.
Thailand, and go
Yeah.
around, go to India, go through the Middle East, which
Mm.
20 years ago was really good pay. I,
Mhm.
I, I don't
Yeah.
know if you looked into English teaching in the Middle East, but back then it was very, very, very good pay.
Right. Yeah.
Maybe still is. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then I wanted to save money for a little bit, travel
Mhm.
around Europe.
Yeah.
Then I was going to go by train from East to West Canada, do a
Mhm.
big whole See Canada thing, and
Mhm.
then sell all my stuff, move back to Japan, and join a monastery.
Really?
That
Wow.
was the big plan.
Okay.
Um, and as I would
So
say
is
happens to
was that
many
because
young.
of what you learned in Japan, your kind of your way of life there? Is that what inspired that decision, do you think?
Well, the travel part,
Mm.
yes.
Mm.
And specifically Japan, um, well, in university, my background is really focused, especially
Mhm.
in like East Asian philosophy,
Right.
Taoism, especially Mahayana Buddhism. It's like Chan Zen Buddhism.
Right.
And while I didn't grow up with that, and I've always been more philosophical leaning than any sort of
Mhm.
religious leaning,
Mhm.
I found that like Soto Zen in particular, like one school of that, is very focused on self practice,
Uh-huh.
right? It's not relying
Mm.
on somebody else to fix your problems or something. And I
Right.
really like that I also in like Stoicism and Epicureanism for
Okay.
ancient Greek philosophy has a lot of that kind of focus.
Mhm.
And so I thought, yeah, I just
Yeah.
I don't know. I felt like that there's not a lot of I don't know what else to do in life. I've
Mm.
in time I've been a very successful DJ touring all of the Pacific.
Right.
And I did that for 10 to 15 years. So I got to
Okay.
experience the rich person life, and that was kind of fun, but
Right.
it just felt really empty, and
Mhm.
I wanted something more.
Yes.
And
Yeah. Yeah.
the seed was already there, so it just kind of kept going.
Yes. That's amazing. Wow. It's such a different path to what you were doing before in terms of the life. Yeah. So when you said that you were a DJ, did you work for a company or were you like freelancing? Because that's
So,
quite an unusual job to kind of travel with. I know like DJs do travel, but kind of to go all over the Pacific. How did that happen?
well,
Mm.
so usually, at least like around 20 years ago,
Yeah.
so like at the time, we didn't have the social media scene yet, right? We
Okay.
didn't have any of you weren't really self-promoting. You did a little bit, but it was a lot more about networking and a lot
Right.
less about self-promoing.
Mhm.
For big promotions, you usually worked with an agency or something like that.
Okay.
And usually when you started, you would probably start like a classic kind of Canadian style, or probably most of the West in general. You start as you do house parties, and then you
Okay.
might do some underground or small events.
Right.
And then as you build your name, you get
Mm-hmm.
to do bigger and bigger events. And
Mm-hmm.
then ideally you would go and you'd connect with a club and you'd get a residency and you would
Mm-hmm.
like kind of work into that.
Okay.
Um,
Right.
but China did it very differently.
Mm-hmm.
In China, you go and you work for a single nightclub, which will get you your visa. You will work like 6 days a week, maybe only an hour a night, but the
Right.
pay was fantastic.
Wow.
And that's kind of like how you start getting
Yeah.
your name out in a way. Other
Okay.
people come from
Mm,
other clubs by coincidence, or they hear, like
yeah.
somebody talked about it. And then, like in some cases, like I did a tour, for example, with Heineken. So
Okay.
Heineken would
Mm,
set up the entire tour schedule,
yeah.
and all I do is show up and
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
drink Heineken.
That's amazing. Like on the top, one of the top brands. Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun, but
Yeah.
alcoholism isn't the best thing for our health, is it?
Yeah. Do you think that came with the kind of like the drinking culture is obviously part of partying and
Hmm.
that lifestyle. So yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
actually, in a strange way, it wasn't
Mm,
the partying life that led
mm,
to a lot of drinking at the time. It was
mm.
moving to East Asia.
Oh,
Because
okay. Yeah.
in Canada we drink, but we don't really have the whole like drinking culture is especially related to young people.
Right.
Um, like if you drank a glass of wine or a
Mm,
beer and you live in Vancouver and you did that every day for
yeah.
5 days at dinner, your friends
Mhm.
might think you have a drinking problem.
Right.
But if you
Okay.
drink 10 beers on Friday and 10 beers on Saturday and you're
Yeah.
in your 20s, that's
Yeah.
fine. So it's just different culture, right?
Different mentality. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, in China, it's like,
Mm,
oh, it's lunchtime. Here's a beer.
yeah. Oh, okay, right. Yes. Wow. So you worked as a DJ, and then what would you say were like the highlights of that experience? What did you enjoy the most?
I think the ability to be well, really the essentially the ability and freedom to just go places,
Mm-hmm.
and also also this is a little bit childish in a way, not having to take care of anything.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Like you don't really you're not responsible for your
Yeah.
flights. You're not responsible for you have a very specific responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
And so you can and I like this work-wise. I
Yeah.
can focus purely on it. That is my
Okay.
job. My job
Right.
was to play music
Yeah.
that a whoever is hiring me, whatever style they wanted for
Mm-hmm.
their thing, and
Yeah.
my job is to read a crowd of people and
Mm-hmm.
bring them that feeling and that sound.
Right.
And 10, 20 years ago, there was a lot the music scene was very different then.
Mm-hmm.
Right? People went because they were happy to hear new music and something
Right.
different, and it was interesting.
Okay.
And as we've developed the internet culture, people really
Mm.
like hearing something they know,
Yeah.
which
Uh,
changes the feeling, right?
right.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Oh,
I'm not
mm.
into social media, so
Yeah, right.
I'm
Do you?
retired
Yeah.
now.
I see. So you feel like you've done that life, you've had enough of that. And now and then after that I saw that you built that's fascinating. Built and ran a craft cocktail lounge. So
Yeah, at the
was that
same
an
time
idea?
as DJing,
Yeah.
yeah.
At the same time as
Um,
well. Yeah.
so when I lived in Xiamen,
Mm.
my right near the end of my wife's pregnancy, right?
Okay.
My
Yeah.
wife is a professional dancer, choreographer, and dance teacher.
Mhm.
And obviously, she
Yeah.
couldn't quite move the same anymore
Yeah.
when she
Right.
has a
Yeah.
basketball for a belly, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
afterwards, she had to take a certain amount of time. So I thought,
Mhm.
well, I'll build her a little cocktail bar, like very small,
Yeah.
like 20 square meters inside, and then
Yeah.
double that for the balcony. And her
Right.
friends can come and they can all relax together and have their little
Yeah.
whatever, a nice little place. And that just kind of kept evolving because of the way that like
Mm.
alcohol law works in China.
Mm.
So if you make your own beer in China and you
Mm.
sell it out of your own venue only,
Right.
not through a third party, but only through yourself, this is acceptable,
Oh, okay.
right?
Right.
So cool.
Yeah.
So I read textbooks and
Yes.
started experimenting, and after about half a year or so, was happy with one beer, and then I just kept going from there.
I see. Wow. So you built that, and was it like? Did you need a big team around you? Was it? Did you have people working for you? That kind of
It
thing.
was we did have staff.
Yeah.
Usually a maximum of 2 people working at a time because it was very
Mm,
small, very,
yeah.
very family focused.
Okay.
Um, it was
Yeah.
it really, I mean, the place really represented what we really like is
Mm,
it was a really strongly a place of family and community. So if you
okay.
didn't know anybody and you went there, by
Yeah.
the end of the night, you had new friends,
Right.
you know,
That's
and
what these,
yeah,
yeah, these bars are like so social, aren't they? It's not
yeah.
just about the drink, it's about the whole experience and meeting friends,
Well,
having
that's the
that.
purpose of the pub, right? Is
Yes,
it's a community gathering place, a communal
exactly.
spot.
Yeah.
Um, and definitely I prefer that to nightclub. Nightclub is
Mhm.
just work.
Right. I see. So did you have that for some time? How many was it, like for a few years you did that?
About 5 years, and
Okay.
then we were looking to live somewhere that was cleaner. With
Mhm.
a like a lot of the coast in China because of the from rivers and runoff like silt, you
Um,
can't really see in the ocean very clearly.
mhm.
And we wanted to go somewhere that, my daughter can see fish when she's swimming. And, at
Okay.
the time she was 5 years old and
Right.
she's like, I'm Moana, like that,
Yeah.
that phase, right?
Yeah.
And so we were looking at places to go, and I
Mhm.
had an opportunity to move to Bali and work with a few beach clubs here.
Mhm.
And so we said, okay, let's
Yeah.
just sell the bar and go.
Oh,
Um,
wow. Yes.
yeah.
Was that a difficult thing to do after living in one place for so long? Did you feel that you had your friends there and you'd built your life there? Or was it okay? You sound very easygoing and you just, yeah,
Well,
that's
at this
really
point,
good.
I haven't been to Canada in almost 20 years. So,
Really?
yeah, I don't really when I
Yeah.
talk to people who are fresh from Canada, I
Yeah.
don't understand what they're talking about anymore.
I
Like,
see.
I do, of
Yeah.
course, on the basic level, but
Yeah.
anything really up to date, I don't
Yeah.
really follow or know
Yeah.
because I've been away from so long. But
Mhm. Yeah.
obviously, I'm not Chinese or Japanese or anything else either. So I
Right.
kind of just when people ask me where I'm from, I just say the North Pacific.
Right. I
I just
see.
don't know
That's
what else to say.
good.
I'm like an island in the middle and a bit
Yes.
lost at sea, but enjoying it. So
Right. So now you're in Bali, and so you said that you haven't been back. So obviously, like, there's nothing that is there nothing you feel that you want to go back and see, like visit, or is it just that your family visit you, or how does it work, like in general?
without a question, I
Yeah.
would love to see like friends, family.
Mm.
I feel like I don't need to say that. The thing I miss from Canada, though, otherwise, the
Yeah.
nature, the
Right.
land itself, because
Mhm.
I grew up in that land, like
Mm.
running through those forests and
Yeah.
jumping in that ocean and
Right.
climbing those mountains. That's what I'm used to that way.
Yeah.
But I feel welcome in these jungles, and
Mm.
I hate the cold and I don't like cold rain. So
Mm.
Vancouver is a
I
very rainy
see.
place. It's like a lot like
Right.
London, actually.
Yeah. I see.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. How about Devon, in terms of your brothers, sisters, do you have any other siblings?
So
Any siblings?
one younger sister,
Yeah.
one younger stepsister, and one younger
Okay.
stepbrother.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see. So you're the eldest of all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And are they in Canada or have they moved to different parts of the world?
So all of
So,
them are still in Canada.
right.
Um, my sister, I think she's saying she's planning on coming
Mm.
this year.
Okay.
It'll be her first time to Bali.
Right.
So, I mean,
Yeah.
really, if it came down to it, like, do you want to pay for me to come to Canada because Canada's expensive, or you want to come to Bali? It's a pretty easy
Close.
answer for her.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. And a totally different experience for her, like with the lifestyle and the beach and everything. Yeah.
Oh, she's used to that. She goes to Mexico a lot.
Oh, does she?
Yeah, she likes going to the
Okay.
tropics and jumping in the
Right.
jumping in the ocean and
Yeah.
poolside clubs and that kind of stuff. So I think she'll
Okay.
be fine.
Wow. And how about your parents? Are they in Vancouver? Or-
So my parents both live on Vancouver Island,
Okay.
but different places because they
Mhm.
split up.
Yeah.
Oh, like 25 years ago or something.
Right.
Yeah, that's a long time.
Okay. Yeah.
Around, something around there.
Yeah.
And my mom has come to Bali once, the
Yes.
first year that we were here, and
Okay.
my dad came here 2 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and he plans to come here maybe like autumn-ish this year.
Mm.
So yeah,
Yes.
good.
I
Yeah.
see. Wow. So that you still have family visiting. And how about friends? Do your friends come over as well? Or not so much?
A
Yeah.
couple, but
Yeah.
not too many.
It's a long way, isn't it, as well? It's
Yeah,
not like a
and
close place. Yeah.
yeah, like I mean, really, if you're going from Canada,
Yeah.
why not go to Japan, Korea, or China?
Mm.
Because that's all closer,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
If you're coming from Australia, there's no
Yeah.
question. Of course, you're going to
Yeah.
Bali. It's like
Yeah.
Australia's Hawaii.
Yes. Exactly. Yeah. So do you see yourself staying in Bali for a few years, or do you think it's home now for you?
To be honest, I don't think that far ahead anymore.
Hmm.
Our current plan is basically we're
Mm.
going to stay here until either, it doesn't work out
Right.
or we do stay here.
Mm-hmm.
Like my wife
Mm-hmm.
and I like to like leave a few little lines in the water,
All
just
right.
kind of like
Yeah.
possibilities, and then just
Yeah.
why worry about it? Life's
Yeah.
too short to stress out about every detail, and
Right. Exactly.
like
And how old is your daughter now, Devon? How old is she?
just turned 13 like 10
Really?
days
So
ago.
she's a teenager. Wow.
It's a little scary.
Yeah. And is she enjoying life there? And like she's going to school, and like, did she speak some of the language as well? And you as well?
So her school is in English.
Yeah.
She's in an international school. So
Okay.
she's fluent in English and Mandarin because
Mm.
Mandarin was her first language,
Yeah.
technically. Uh,
Yes.
I think I had to wait like an extra couple weeks before I got dad, or
Yeah.
daddy. Like, Mama came real fast.
Right.
I think that's normal. But yeah, like we've asked her, do you want to move back to China and go
Mm.
to school in China? And she's like, she looks at her cousin who is in
Yeah.
China and going to school in China, and her cousin's like,
Right. Really?
because in Bali, her school is like much shorter, and the
Oh,
homework level is a lot lower. So it's a
okay.
much more easygoing like
Mm.
childhood, and she gets
Mm-hmm.
a lot more freedom for other projects. Like she
Mm.
loves doing art. She's
Oh,
like
wow.
been learning costume design because she likes doing
Yeah.
cosplay.
Yeah.
And her cousin's like, yeah, come
Yeah.
back here and you got 12 hours of school a day. And
Oh,
my daughter's
she's
like,
like, I'd rather
I'll
stay
study
where I
hard
am.
here. Yeah, I'll study hard in Bali. I'll study hard, I promise.
Yeah, exactly. So, if you don't mind me asking, is your wife from China or is she from Canada?
So my wife is from a place called Wenzhou, like
Okay.
Wenzhou,
Mm.
which is south of Shanghai.
Ah,
Oh, I don't know how many hours on the train now. Maybe like
mm.
2.5, 3 hours by train, like by the
Right.
fast train.
Yes.
And it's the kind of one of the more southern,
Yes.
I think the largest southern city of Zhejiang province,
Okay.
which is, and
Mm.
linguistically, it's actually extremely interesting because
Mm.
ask any Chinese person about Wenzhou Hua, and they will tell you it
Yeah.
is the most difficult Chinese language that no Chinese person
Okay.
can speak because
Right.
people in that city, a
Mhm.
city just north of it a little bit, and in that region can
Yeah.
speak that language. Nobody else.
Um, okay.
Very, very
It's
tiny.
unique to that place.
Yeah,
Yeah. Wow. I see. So I'm assuming she can speak good English and you speak in English mainly at home, is that
pretty
right?
good now.
Yeah.
Not so
Yeah.
much when we met.
Right. Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, she like the work that she does now is like she works with an Indonesian company and she does all their like Chinese marketing or Chinese business orders, and like helps with Chinese tour agencies and stuff. Because while her Indonesian is very low, she can use English at work, no problem. And
Okay.
English is definitely good enough for that. So
Right, I see. And I saw on your profile, a big part of your kind of philosophy is Buddhism and, like you said, Taoism. And you also run courses. So could you tell me a little bit about the courses that you run as
yeah.
well?
So usually, so one of the funny parts about living in a place like Bali is that Bali is like a mecca for like the spiritual business,
Okay.
which I think is an oxymoron.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. As long as people are trying to do what they think is right, that's good enough. But a lot of times there's a lot of focus, like sitting shikantaza, which is literally just sitting. It's not a marketable thing. Right. So people don't usually teach the not marketable things because you can't be guaranteed that you're going to get people back or make money off them. But those are the things we need the most.
Right.
Right. So with meditation, I give really basic, just how you start, where you go, and then have like small structured classes. So first about posture and sitting, and then breath work, breath counting, and eventually leading to just sitting.
Yeah.
And with the philosophy courses, they're more like light introductions to a philosophy structure. For example, Taoism or Zen Buddhism or Epicureanism and Stoicism. And they're very focused on life philosophies. Because everything else you can throw on whatever you want, but no matter who you are or where you're from, learning to just be with life as it is probably the most useful skill anyone can have.
Exactly. It's something we could all benefit from, I think. Yeah. What would you say is like the main philosophy behind Taoism for like people like me who are not familiar with it? How would you define it?
Simple as I could put it. The general idea is that there is a natural way that things move, like how, a spinning planet creates a gravitational force, like science, we understand it like that. So there's this natural force that's moving. If somebody wants to call that God, or if somebody is like, it's just gravity or whatever, it doesn't, none of that's really important to Taoism.
Right.
Important is that we learn to move with the nature of things. For example, a very skilled like butcher, and there's a very famous story about Butcher Ding, but I'm shortening it. A very skilled butcher never changes his knives. Or does he need to sharpen them? Because he doesn't cut against the grain, he cuts along the grain, which maintains the sharpness over time.
Right.
So same idea in our life. Like, don't try to chase something that's already past you. Or if I'm on a river, floating down the river, I see something I like. I can try to paddle there. Maybe I get there. Maybe I don't. Whatever. That's fine. If I get there, I enjoy it. If I don't get there, something else will come anyways. But if I swim up the river, I will tire myself out and drown.
Right. Oh, I see. Oh, we have more to talk about. That sounds amazing. Wow. And I was trying to understand a bit about it, and it said like it's about harmony and balance and aligning yourself with nature. It sounds incredible. Wow. I can see how that would appeal to you. Yeah.
I would advise there's three main people: Liezi, Zhuangzi, and Laozi. Most people read the opposite order because that's the fame and power.
Sorry, we're going to run out of time.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
So much. Thank you.